As we prepare to go live, welcome everyone. I am Coach L, and welcome to Saturday morning Heel Fit. Before we get started, please make sure, oh, my video is reversed, that you have with you a water, towel, some weights, an elevated surface, and if you would like to bring it, keep a smile on hand. So before we get started, Heel Fit is a fun, inclusive, community-based workout that you can do from wherever. We know that being at home isn't ideal, so we've adapted each workout to suit whatever you have. So if you have a weight, if you have a dumbbell, 2 kettlebells, if you have 2 soup cans, a brick, some water jugs, shout out to our summer class for being really innovative about what weights you bring. Every movement can be adjusted to what you have available in your home. So please make sure you're listening to your body, choose what works best for you. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Shout out to anyone watching on YouTube right now. Welcome to Heel Fit. We hope you enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this warm up. We're going to get our bodies moving and get ready to go. So if we can come to standing, we're going to start today with just a little jog in place. Now this non-impact, just bringing those knees up and moving along. If you have downstairs neighbors, if your joints aren't just feeling it this morning, that's okay. We want to respect our body and others. Otherwise, just adding a little bit of a jog. Getting that heart rate up this morning, getting ready to go. Woo. If you're feeling ready, you can take this up to high knees. You can always march these knees out. Breathing, getting excited. For 4, 3, 2, 1. The butt. Again, you can add that bounce or take that bounce out, just reaching that heel towards the glutes. Woo, maybe starting to feel that heart rate raise just a little bit, taking whatever variation feels the best in your body today. Just a few more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Now we're gonna do something called an inchworm. So starting from standing, raising those hands above the head, folding down, walking out to that plank position. A push-up is optional at the bottom here, and then walking back up. Standing all the way up, and then walking back down. Nice and slow, squeezing the core, squeeze the glutes. Just a few more times here. Again, the push-up at the bottom is optional. Just saying hello to the ground surface we are going to be working on today. One more. Woo. And then back up. We're going to take some reverse lunges. So maybe just stepping forward, stepping one of those feet back, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor, and then switching sides. If you want to, raise those hands above your head, put them on your hips. Do whatever with those hands that you feel like doing. Woo. Just to get that body a little bit warmed up. 2 more. And to finish, we're going to do 10 jumping jacks. So at your own pace, some jumping jacks, again, to get that heart warmed up. We can always step out those jacks. If it's not exactly 10, that's also okay. And then taking a moment to stretch whatever else you need to stretch. Get that body ready. For those on Zoom, I'm going to drop this workout in the chat. The first thing we have is an every other minute on the minute, otherwise known as 2 AMRAPs. So there we go. Oh my goodness, technology is super fun. So for the first 2 minutes, we're going to be doing as many reps of the first 2 exercises as we can. The next 2 minutes, we're going to do as many reps as we can of the next 2 exercises. We're going to take 30 seconds to rest, and then we're going to do it all again. So this is an every other minute on the minute. So for those first 2 minutes, we're going to be doing 5 thrusters and 5 RDLs, or Romanian deadlifts, straight-legged deadlifts. So again, you can do these with weights or without weights, but thrusters, you're going to grab those weights if you have 2 of them, just putting them up on the shoulders right here. We're going to take it to a little bit of a squat, and we're going to shoot those weights up overhead. Now the 5 is just a recommendation. If you have a little bit heavier of a weight this morning and you want to do more or do less, do that. If you have that one weight, holding it right here in front, squatting down and then pushing that weight up overhead, driving through those heels. So 5 thrusters and then 5 RDLs. So again, you can use 1 weight or 2 weights, putting those feet together, shooting the hips back, and then squeezing the glutes, coming back up. 5 times. So we'll do these 2 moves as many times as we can in the first 2 minutes. The second 2 minutes, we have 2 new moves. It's going to be 5 push-ups and 5 Frogger squats. Now push-ups, if the wrists aren't feeling it, you can always take these push-ups to that elevated surface. 5 here or on the ground. After those 5 push-ups, we're going to do 5 Frogger squats. So coming from that push-up position, shooting the hips forwards and lifting up those hands, and then going back down. Stepping up those feet also works. And again, if this is too intense on those wrists, you can always take that to that elevated surface. That heart rate is still going to get up. So I'm going to do this with you all. We're going to put 4 minutes on the clock. I'm going to tell you when 2 minutes are up and we'll switch the moves. Play whatever music you want if you want to, and we're going to get started in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 2 minutes, 5 thrusters, and then 5 RDLs. Thrusters. Whew. Just shooting that weight above the head. Again, that 5 is just a suggestion. For everyone following on YouTube, welcome. This is Heel Fit. Please make whatever changes you need to this workout. This is your workout. Whew. And so now this AMRAP is as many rounds as possible. So we're going to start to feel that heart rate get up just a little bit, especially in the beginning. Whew. Maybe it gets a little bit harder to talk. Maybe we start sweating here. We are almost halfway through this first 2 minutes. 5 thrusters, 5 RDLs. Working that squat movement, overhead press movement combined. Working those legs. And then RDLs, just hinging forwards. Keeping a slight bend in those legs as we lean forwards. We have 45 seconds remaining in this first set. Whew. Now, if you want to try to work a few extra muscles this morning, you can try a smile. Remember, that was on the list of things to bring. But it's entirely up to you. Frowning works more muscles anyway, so if that's what you want to go for, stick with that. We have 15 seconds left, and then we're going to transition into those 5 push-ups and 5 Frogger squats in 10 seconds here. Can we get through it one more time? Whew. In 4, 3, 2, 1, straight into it. 5 push-ups and 5 Frogger squats. I'm gonna use this elevated surface because my wrists are not feeling this concrete this morning. Ooh. In that push-up, chest going no lower than elbow crease. 5 push-ups, 5 Frogger squats. This is where that heart rate should be getting up. Woo, especially in these Froggers. Now, if you need to stop, take a break, grab some water, towel off. Woo, do that. Or keep pushing through. We're almost through with 1 minute. Shout out to everyone on YouTube doing this at home. We can't see you, but we know you're crushing it. Ooh, we are 1 minute in, 1 minute to go, then we get that 30-second break. Ooh. Again, options to step out, that Frogger squat. We're still working, and that heart rate is still climbing. Whew. I think that was 5. If you're like me and counting is not your forte, that's okay. The goal here is just to keep that body moving. Whew. We have 20 seconds left, and then we get that 30-second break. Heel fit, let's push it this morning. 15. Ooh. Last 10. Whew. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 30 seconds to rest. Take these 30 seconds to rest, catch that breath, maybe grab some water. Oh my goodness. Everyone is looking amazing. All of you who I can't see, I know you're doing amazing as well. We have 10 seconds left, and we're going right back to those 5 thrusters, 5 RDLs. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go for it. 4 more minutes of work, and then we're done with this first half of today. Whew. Whatever weight you have, if it's just that one weight, shooting it up. The goal here is really to drive those hips through. So the heart rate is going to get up on those thrusters, and then we can breathe a little bit more on these RDLs. Whew. Or maybe you're like me and you're just breathing hard the whole time. Whew, happy Saturday. 30 seconds in. Maybe we counted the number of reps we did last time and we're trying to beat that score. Maybe we're just going through it. And we know that whatever our body does, we've never done this workout before. It's already a personal best. 5 thrusters, 5 RDLs, or whatever number feels best in your body. Maybe you're using soup cans and 10 feels better. Do that. 50 seconds left of these 2 movements. Then we're done with these 2 movements for the rest of the day and the rest of the week. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Everyone on Heel Fit, if you're on Zoom, on YouTube, keep pushing through. Whew. Nice and slow on these RDLs, 20 seconds left. Last 15. Thrusters and RDLs, then we're moving into those push-ups and Frogger squats. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 push-ups, 5 Frogger squats, or whatever number is gonna feel best. Now we've done this before. So whatever changes we need to make those here. If you're doing them on the ground and the wrists are kind of hurting, maybe we move to that elevated surface. Maybe we were on the elevated surface and the wrists feel good and we just want to move it to the ground. It's your workout. It's your adventure. Whew. Now we have 30 seconds left. Just kidding. We have 1 minute, 30 seconds left. I got ahead of myself there. Whew. I hope y'all can't see how much I'm sweating. Remembering to take that break whenever you need it. 2 big deep breaths. And then jump back in. Whew. Wow, we have 1 minute left. On those push-ups, the wider you have your feet, the more stability your body has. The closer your feet are together, the more balance is gonna come into play. So these really are a choose your own adventure kind of workout. 40 seconds. Maybe this is where we pick up the pace. Maybe this is where we just maintain this pace all the way through. Whew. 5 and 5, or whatever number you like best. Personally, I like the number 6 better, but 5 is a little bit less than 6, so I'm gonna do 5. 15 seconds. Whew. Oh, we love push-ups here. 10 seconds. Can we finish whatever round we're on? For 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Grabbing that water, that towel, maybe giving yourself a pat on the back or a celebratory smile. We're doing awesome here. Now, heel fit. I'm gonna switch it over to Coach Devin, and she's gonna take us through the rest of this workout.
Hey guys, I'm our normal Saturday morning instructor. I'm gonna drop the rest of the workout in the chat for those of you who are on heel fit or on Zoom with us. And then what we're doing is a ladder, which means that we're doing, we're gonna start with 2 reps of each of these workouts. And then every time you finish all 4, you'll go back to the top and do it again. So this workout is a reverse lunge to knee drive. You'll do it twice on the right, you do it twice on the left. Then we'll go into Renegade Rows, which means you're here, pick that arm up, pick that arm up. Last one, side to side jumps. Again, if you've got neighbors, you don't want to be noisy, you can do a squat to full extension. Now that you've done all those 2 times, you go back to the top of the ladder and you'll hit 4 on each, and we'll go all the way for 6 minutes. After those 6 minutes, we'll take a 1-minute break. If you got all the way to 12 reps of everything, then you'll go back down the ladder, starting with 12, 10, 8, all the way down. So, hope you've all grabbed some water. We'll start this ladder in a couple seconds. Getting your breathing back, getting ready. We'll start with those reverse lunges on the right in 5, 3, 2, and go. Reverse lunge to knee drive. Do 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Good. Now we'll bring it into those Renegade Rows, lifting that hand up, not letting your hips shift. 1 on each side there just to start, and 2 jumps. Bringing it back. We're doing 4 this time. Making sure we're really engaging that outside glute to stay stable. Switching to the right or left. Good. Getting a nice deep lunge.
If those Renegade Rows feel better on that elevated surface, that is an option as well.
Absolutely. You can also grab your weights if you're ready. If you feel like you can incorporate weights into this, you can hold weights for those lunges, hold weights for those rows. Now I've done 4, I'm starting back up on my lunges with 6.
However fast or slow you're climbing this ladder, we are all climbing this ladder together this morning. Let's keep climbing here.
Nice. Really getting that knee all the way up. Good.
Everyone who we can
I'm seeing really great form.
You are absolutely killing it. Everyone we can't see on Zoom and on YouTube, we can feel your energy. Let's keep pushing through this morning.
Let's make sure that on those Renegade Rows, our backs are staying flat. I'm seeing a little bit of butts in the air. Squeeze those glutes to keep your back flat and lift those arms up 1 at a time. Good. We're about 2 minutes into this. We got 4 more minutes working our way up the ladder. Giving yourself breaks as needed to grab water. And breathing out, driving up. You're gonna exhale as you drive.
Let's keep pushing.
Good. Really working hard on these Saturday mornings. It's great to see so many people up and ready to move.
That heart rate is going to get real up on those vertical jumps. Maybe we slow it down on the reverse lunge with a knee drive. Maybe we're going for keeping that heart rate up and we're just speeding through this whole thing. Your choice, whatever is going to feel best in your body. We are working through this whole ladder together this morning.
On those jumps, again, you might choose a low impact version, just a squat and a hip extension. Your heels coming off the ground. You don't want to be a bad neighbor. Good. We're just over halfway. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left before we take that long break.
Woo!
Making sure that on our lunges, our knees are hitting 90-90. We're using that hip flexor to bring our knee all the way up. We're reaching all the way back, getting a nice low lunge. Bringing those lunges a little bit deeper. As we get tired, we don't want to lose our form.
Loving those vertical jumps that I'm seeing. We are getting some height this morning.
For the lunges, you can also step a leg up and drive instead of one motion. Make sure as we do them, we're engaging this outside glute. It's going to help us balance when we're on one leg. Good. I like the breaks I'm seeing. You know your own body. Push it as best you can. On these rows, you can do all one side and switch or go back and forth as long as your hips aren't shifting. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders and not way out in front of you. I'm seeing a couple hands forward. Yeah, there we go. Hands under our shoulders. Whew.
Loving the energy from these vertical jumps. Maybe we touch the ceiling, maybe we just touch the sky.
Coming in on our last minute, going up the ladder. You got less than 60 seconds before you get a nice break.
You can do anything for 60 seconds. Didn't someone say that? It must be true then.
Good. Keeping control of our heart rate. Last 30 seconds on this ladder. Breathing through your workout.
Keep fighting through it.
Try to finish the set that you're on for these last 15 seconds.
Woo! And then we get that break.
10, 5, 3, and done. Good. Woo. Grab some water, grab a towel. Try to take slow breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth.
And smile because you
down.
are halfway there.
Yeah. This is the last thing we're doing today. There's no core finisher. So once you go back down the ladder, we'll just stretch. Good. You got 30 more seconds.
We climbed all the way up. Now I just got to get right back down. Maybe we smile. Maybe do a little dance.
15 seconds and we're going to go back into
Yes.
it.
Yes, dancers.
If you remember about how many reps you ended with, maybe it was 10, maybe it was 12. That's where you're going to start. You'll power through all 12 of all 4 of those, and you'll start back up with 10, and you try to get down the ladder. Ready? And go.
So back with those reverse lunges with that knee drive each side, then onto those Renegade Rows, and then finishing those 4 moves with that vertical jump. climbing back down. Everyone's going to be at a different place on the ladder, and that's okay. Some people are really tall, so their ladders are going to be a little bit larger. And that's okay, because we're all climbing down together.
Best part about going down the ladder is you start with the hardest one, and then it just keeps getting easier.
Exactly.
Making sure we're not losing our form though as we start back up. Shoulders over hips for these lunges, keeping our chest up and driving our knees. Really using those hip flexors. Your hip flexors are probably tight if you're like me and you just sit at your desk or on the couch all day doing school. It's good to keep them moving.
Yes, Alex with the jumps. Keep it up. Everyone on Zoom, Michelle, Ben, Tori, Haley, we can't see you, but we know you are doing amazing. I can feel the energy through the screen. I don't know if everyone else can, but I know I can. YouTube people, keep pushing through. We know you're killing it as well.
On these Renegade Rows, keeping a tight core, body in one straight line, squeezing your glutes so nothing falls. Sneaking a little ab workout in there.
If you're feeling real spicy this morning and those reverse lunges with that knee drive, you want to turn that knee drive into a kick, maybe spice it up. If you're not really feeling the spicy this morning, that's okay. Whenever you need to, just grab that water and cool it on back down.
Not forgetting our basics, like our breathing. You want to exhale as we drive through the hardest part of the motion. Taking those little breaks as needed, making sure we're staying hydrated. For those of you who are joining every week, make sure you're hydrating the night before since we're doing a morning workout. It can make or break a difference.
Loving those lunges. I'm seeing Caitlin and Chuin keep pushing through here.
Good, we're coming up on that halfway mark of the ladder.
Woo, woo! Maybe taking a break, celebrating that we're halfway, grabbing that towel, grabbing that water. Woo!
Last 3 minutes, climbing down the ladder. As it gets easier and easier as you see the finish. On those jumps, getting a nice down squat, coming all the way up, like a little coil. Some of you look like you're on springs. It's really impressive.
Fighting through. This is the hardest part, the last little stretch.
Knowing you're close to the end, and when we're done, you can tell all your friends you got all your steps in before 11 a.m.
Maybe you're outside like me, maybe you're inside enjoying the air conditioning, but starting our Saturday off strong.
Good, minute and a half left.
Woo, woo! Powering through.
Let's push ourselves all the way to the end. Good, nice tight core. No matter what movement you're on right now, a tight core is always super important. Bracing your whole body. Any workout can be a core workout if you try. Good.
Yes, I'm loving these lunges. Fight through till the end. Everyone is killing it.
Yeah, looks good.
Keep moving, keep grooving all the way to the finish. Or maybe your body says you need a rest. Take that rest and then jump back in if and when you feel ready.
Last 30 seconds.
Can we make it down one more rung of this ladder?
There we go. Push it out. Last 15.
Woo woo!
All the way to the end. 10. 5. 3. And done.
Woo!
Nice job.
Breathe. Get some water. Grab that towel.
Definitely.
Maybe try a smile if you didn't before, because this is the finish.
Whew. As you're bringing that heart rate down, as you're grabbing water, we're going to start stretching it out. Grab your ankle. Don't grab at your toes, grab at your ankle. Squeeze your glutes. You'll feel a stretch in your quad. Stretching for 30 seconds to get the best benefit. Sure, we're not leaning forward. Grab onto something if you need to. And working our heart rate down.
If we're still moving those feet, that's okay as well. We can always get to the stretching when that heart rate is down.
Yeah. Switch legs if you are on this stretch. Again, grabbing at our ankle, pulling our leg behind us, squeezing this glute to get a really great stretch through that front quad. Shoulders back. We did a lot of work to our hamstrings today. So we're gonna get a nice hamstring stretch. If you have that elevated surface, pop one leg up and drive all the way down. You feel a stretch up here. If you don't have an elevated surface view, that's fine. Just try to reach towards the ground.
Breathing nice and easy.
Trying to sink deeper into that hamstring stretch. Not pushing. And you can switch legs when that feels done for you. Again, one leg up, straight down, you'll feel it through here. If you don't have that elevated surface, just legs apart and get a nice hang. You'll feel it in both legs. You can reach your hands towards one leg and reach them towards the other. Good, settling in. About 10 more seconds on these hamstrings. You can pedal.
And being proud of everything your body just did. That was not an easy workout.
Good, let's get into a hip flexor stretch. We worked them a lot with those lunges. What you wanna do, get into a split squat position. You're gonna keep your shoulders behind your hips, squeeze your glutes and push forward. So I'm not leaning my chest forward, my shoulders are staying back, squeezing this glute, and you should feel it through here. You can lift that hand up if you need to feel it. These muscles are gonna be really tight on those of us who are sitting a lot of the day. So adding this stretch into your routine could be really great. I like to call this the proposal stretch.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna propose to my dog every time I do this stretch.
Every time. When that feels done, you can switch legs. Again, shoulders stacked on my hips, pushing my hips forward, squeezing this glute, and feeling it right through here. Good, working on our breathing, bringing that heart rate down. Good.
Maybe we find the softness at the corner of our mouth that turns into a smile.
If you're joining us on YouTube and you're interested in joining the HealFit community, you can sign up on Stay Active. You can also comment on the YouTube video. We'll reach out to you pretty right away, it sounds like. We've got someone on there ready to help you out. If you have more questions about what you need to stretch, drop them in the chat for those of you who are on the Zoom call. If your body is feeling good, then thank you for joining us. It's been a great Saturday morning. Hope to see more of you next week.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, shout out to Quentin, shout out to everyone who joined us. We hope to see you again. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And like Devin said, any questions, please reach out to any of the HealFit coaches. We're more than happy to help you. So thank you everyone, great job, whether we could see you or not. And hopefully you are finishing this class with a smile.